It's day 2 of the JUCO World Series. This is the JUCO Full Windup brought to you by Home Loan Insurance. I'm Phil Stafford alongside Kyle Stanley. They say baseball is a game of 9 innings, and we sure saw that today.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way, Phil. 2 out of the 3 games coming down to the last at bat. Pitching, defense, hitting, we had it all today.
Yeah, and our last game, the nightcap game, featured 2 teams we haven't yet seen. That's where we're going to start. Neosho County taking on Cochise. Steve Murray's Neosho County squad just one of 2 teams that found a way back to Grand Junction for the 2nd consecutive year. On the other side of the field, the Cochise Apaches have called Colorado home for the past week and a half. Chase Sinclair on the mound for the Panthers and taking full advantage of his opportunity to start. 5 Ks and only 4 hits, his only earned run given in the 4th on this hit by Frank Salas. Matching Sinclair pitch for pitch was Xavier Altamirano for the Apaches. His bottom line read 8 Ks in 8 innings. Jake O'Brien brings in the first run off Altamirano in the 6th to tie it up at 1. And then in the 8th, 2 outs, and O'Brien is calling Flight 25 clear for takeoff. Driven well over the left field wall, and the Panthers take the first lead of the game. And it was all they needed. Sinclair just filthy with a PH in the 9th. Complete game for the sophomore who's only been able to dream about this opportunity for the past year.
Watching it from the sideline last year, you never think you're going to get 2 shots at it. Luckily I did, and I made the most of it.
Nobody expects us to be here, so it's great to win this game, and it's a great momentum booster for us, and we've had it through all playoffs, and it's great to keep it going.
This team is a coin flip. Anybody that's watched us play can tell you we can be really good, and we can also be not so good. And tonight, hitting-wise, we weren't so good, but when you have Chance Sinclair on the hill, he makes you really good. So we knew if we scored 2 or 3 runs, we're fine. And ended up, we only got 2, and but it still worked for us.
Your matinee game was another of the elimination variety. Navarro and Walter State trying to keep their season alive. Shortstop Mason Salazar already has one reason to celebrate today. It's his 20th birthday. Gage Curry and Jay Gauss continue to throw gas and send the opposition back to the dugout. Bulldogs put a dent in the scoreboard first. It's the birthday boy Mason Salazar with the infield single. Byron Reichstein scores to make it 1-0. After Walters tied the game in the 5th, Yovan Hernandez gives the lead right back to Navarro. Single through the left side. Reichstein scores, and it's now 3-2. But with one swing of the bat, the Senators knotted back up. Blast by Reed Matthews sneaks inside the foul pole down the left field line, tied up at 3s. But Navarro never let their guards down. They respond again. This time it's Drake Roberts. Single through the left side gives the Bulldogs yet another lead here in the 7th. The Texas crowd getting their money's worth for making the trip down here. Curry was taken out in the 7th inning, but Blake Griffin doesn't miss a beat for the Bulldogs. Gets the ground ball, and thanks to Roberts for turning the sweet unassisted double play, and Navarro leads 5-3. Navarro trying to pad their lead in the 9th. Reichstein goes to left with 2 in scoring position, but Matt Harrell makes the game-saving catch and says, let's get back in the dugout for the bottom of the 9th. And his teammates heard him. Jake Farr lines one into right, skips up against the wall, and that's good enough to score 1. It's Chris Hipchen to make this a 1-run game. Next batter, Mike Smith fights one off into right. Will they send Farr? They sure will, and the throw is cut off. Looked like it would have been close. Either way, we're tied up, and the rally continues. Jared Allen with a 2-out single. That sends Smith to 3rd, but Allen gets too anxious, and Reichstein throws him out at 2nd. Big turn of events, and we're headed to extras. Top of the 10th, Navarro shows their resilience once again. Who better to play the hero than the birthday boy once again at Salazar. Base hit into left. The crash then slash works perfectly for Woe Dill's squad, and Navarro survives to win 7-5 in 10 innings. I caught up with Salazar and Dill to help me break down the art of the game-winning hit.
It was awesome. We were fighting all game, and I saw that they both crashed at the very end, so I just pulled back and hit a ground ball to shortstop, right where it needed to be hit.
And on your birthday, nonetheless. Talk about what a great birthday present.
It's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything more. That's my birthday wish, is to win and get to play tomorrow, so that's exactly what you get to do.
Take me through that play. On the first pitch, there was actually no pitch, but you showed bunt. Then on the actual first pitch, you pull back, ground ball through the left side. What was being called over there?
Yeah, well, when I first got in the box, Woe told me to bunt down the third baseline because first and second, you need to get that guy out of there. And I saw him crash. Like I pulled back on the pickoff, I saw him crash, and they did it again, and I just pulled back and hit a ground ball.
All right, thanks, Mason. Congratulations.
Thank you,
And speaking of Woe Dill, we have him right here. And Woe, the question I want to ask you before we get to that play is, you guys have been here before. Elimination. How do you win an elimination? How do you guys continue to do it?
These guys are they give me a heart attack every time we play. But you know what? They came out and played hard. You know what? They had the attitude that we had at BP, the attitude whenever we were doing the, in and out. I knew it was going to be a positive day. I told them their attitude was going to make up for what happens today. And you know what? I'm just proud of them. We get to put our uniform on again, so we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Now run me through that play there at the end. You call for bunt, and then they throw over to second, and then you pull it back.
We talk about if they double crash to slash. We've been doing the same thing when we won the World Series. If they crash, we have to slash, and it worked out.
Yeah, Phil, that team knows what elimination is like. On the brink of elimination also a couple of years ago, they were able to win the World Series. I guess really the only difference between that team a couple of years ago and this year is no turtle. But, speaking of elimination, a couple other teams facing elimination earlier today.
Well, that's a big part of this tournament, is being able to perform when you're on the brink of elimination and knowing it's win or go home. One of those teams that had to face that was one of the JUCO newbies this year, Kaskaskia College. We mic'd up one of their pitchers, Nick Gardwine, before the game.
I think we're going to win this game. We're going to come out and make a comeback in this tournament. Go Blue Devils! Woo! Why do I have like 50 pieces of bubble gum? Tim, what are you doing to get better today? Let's go, baby! We go, baby!
Game 5 was our first elimination game of the tournament for one team. Their incredible season was on its last legs. Kaskaskia looking to rebound after a 10-run loss on opening day, and Palm Beach State
1, 2, 3, beach!
hoping to prove their worth as the Gulf Region champs. Top of the first, Denon Koziel puts one into left center. Jared Perry scores for the Blue Devils' first lead of the tournament. Later in the inning, Ducks are on the pond for Chase Fieldhouse, but Ryan Pitsy gets him swinging, and now we're seeing that Palm Beach strut all the way to the dugout. Panthers score 2 over the next 4 innings, and in the 5th, J.D. Underwood finds some space to the right side. Martinez scores from third, but could Mike Stemley beat the throw? Yes, and Palm Beach now with a 3-run lead. Let's go top 6. Daniel Valdez does his job going up the middle. Devils are going to test the arm of Stemley, and how about this for a play at the plate? Wow, just look at how close this was again, and Kaskaskia still sitting with 1 run. In the 8th, J.D. Underwood, how do you like your steak? Palm Beach and Ryan Pitsy hold Kaskaskia to 1 run on 10 hits, and they're still in it. 7-1 the final. Underwood sounds like he'd love to play some more in Colorado.
The ball I hit was probably chest high, and I don't know why I swung at it, but I'm glad I did. And it got in on me a little bit actually, and it's just the Colorado air, man. It's just traveling out there that it went out. It's unbelievable.
Us being in an elimination game, we're not used to losing that often, so it was really tough. I just battled through it.
Well, we got a young group, and we'll be back, at some point. So we've got a lot to look forward to in the next few years at Kaskaskia, and hopefully we take away a lot from this experience.
And for your play of the day, we're going back to the late game, Neosho versus Cochise College. Bobby Werns, base hit to center, right? Wrong. Tag Deuce with a diving catch. Fans were talking about that one for the rest of the game.
Homer of the day, no question about what it is. Jake O'Brien. We're not a mile high, but that's a mile long. Game-winning home run, and the Panthers are moving on in the winner's bracket.
And in the show with a bang, and hopefully that will transfer over to tomorrow, Phil, because we're going to see a few teams from the winner's bracket. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Connor State and Spartanburg Methodist, and at 7:30 Central Alabama and Midland, Texas.
And we've also got one more team that's going to call it quits here at the 10 o'clock game in the loser's bracket. We've got Navarro College taking on Palm Beach State. We'll have all that coverage on Twitter and Facebook. Find us at Real Recruits. Also, JUCOGJ.org. That's the website where you can find all of these videos and more as we progress throughout the tournament. We'll see you tomorrow. For Kyle Stanley, I'm Phil Stafford on the JUCO Full Windup.